There we go. It looks like we're live, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, happy Monday.
Here we are.
It's not Tuesday. Your calendar is not
Tuesday.
Incorrect. We are stitching live on a Tuesday. Hello.
On a Monday.
What? It's a Monday. That's Lizzie over there.
And this is Sean.
I'm Sean, and you're stitching live with us.
Yes.
Today on a Monday.
On a Monday.
Yeah, at 1 o'clock.
Yes.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Indeed.
Let us know how you're doing. If you're in the chat, we'd love to chat with you.
Yes.
Yeah. And we've got a project happening, huh?
We do.
If you're not familiar, this is where we, from Posture Design, pick one of our dies to stitch.
One of our dies.
To stitch. Why don't you start talking more? So I'll stop talking less. Okay, good.
Okay. So today, we're going to use the garden trimmings set.
There it goes.
I don't know if Mr. Jones can upload the...
I sure can.
Yeah, I've got a setup here of all the dies in the garden trimmings. Here we go.
There it is.
Which way is it? Nope, wrong way. There we go. So garden trimmings is this floral set here. They were originally designed to go with, or to be a nice coordinate for the statement alphabets, but they work on a bunch of other shapes too, and we're going to use them with one of the pocket tags today. Each shape has like a curve or something that can go around the letters. So here's an example. I made this back when these came out. Here you can see them. Make sure I'm on the screen here. So each different floral cluster kind of fits differently inside the letters. Oops.
The letters are upside down, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. The letters are upside down.
It looks like we're speaking a foreign language on a Monday that's a Tuesday. That's not a Tuesday, that's a Monday.
Oh boy.
Oh
okay.
Boy. There you go.
So there we go.
There's lots of love on
how
that
the
screen
letters. You can see how the letters get.
Pass me the magnets. With the magnets underneath, it looks a little jumbled over there.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm making sure the stream's working well, and I'm back in the game. Here we go. Now show those bad boys.
Yeah. So the garden trimmings was originally designed to work with these letters, but like I said, it works with a bunch of other things as well. When you buy the die, it comes with a guide, an inspiration guide that shows several of our other dies that work really well with these clusters of flowers too.
Yes, so you get a big inspiration guide with this die.
Yes.
In case you need inspiration.
In case you need or want.
Above and beyond this video, which is going to be super inspiring to you nonetheless.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the...
Oh boy.
We're also using the Pocket Tag 2 today.
Oh.
Which is the pocket tag that has sort of a rounded bottom and a traditional tag style top and a little pinked edge there to go with the top of the curved top there. So that's what we're going to be working with today.
Yeah, if you're not super familiar with some of the packaging things that we have available for you, some of those items, they're super duper underrated in my opinion, because you can make a gift tag that lasts your family forever, and you can tuck things into it and use it again and again and again. Yes,
we've got some that I've used for Tilly for holidays over and over again.
Yeah.
And they're also just really charming to add, like if you're going to put a gift card for somebody, you can tie it around like the bottle, the neck of a bottle of wine or something, which is really nice.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so today we're just going to do like a little floral.
Great. And today, everybody mark your calendars. I'm stitching too. It's hard to see here, but I've got the, this is the love notes, right?
Yes.
I've got the love notes here. Maybe you could put that over there. Just cover up your project for a second. It doesn't.
Sure.
I'm going to be stitching live with you all for the first time today. It's happening.
It is.
And I'm going to use the love note set to just make like the most simple business card holder in the planet. So Lizzie is showing you how that folds up over there.
There we go.
But I'm going to be over here. I'm not only going to be talking to Lizzie and chatting with you, but I'm also going to be stitching at the same time. If you could see my right foot and my left foot, they're pumping the bellows that are making the cameras go. And my knees are moving up and down, which powers the lighting here in the room too. So I've got it all going on today. Yeah, it's like a one-man band.
I'm gonna shift this camera over just a little.
So let's just do everything you want to do.
Well, that way I don't have to be so far over when
Someone is saying good morning, and that means either they're on the West Coast or they're not sure what time it is. But good morning to you as well. People love to tell us where they are. We've got South Africa in the house today. I think.
Is that Siobhan?
Ooh. What? Who? Who? I don't know. It says CB, Breaker 19.
Yeah, so here we go. We're going to start with this.
We're going to start with me getting the cameras in the right spot.
That sounds great.
Go. Do it.
We're going to start with the pocket tag. I've cut lots of pieces here. So I like to, when I make a pocket tag, have the back be double layered just to give it a little extra sturdiness. And then on the front, because I'm doing so much stitching on the front of this pocket, I decided to cut another back piece so we can sort of layer in all of those stitches. So I've got 2 pieces for both the front and the pocket.
Got it.
Or the back and the pocket.
2 pieces.
Yes.
Okay.
So
and what color is that?
That's thistle.
That's thistle. Okay, so we're talking about thistle here, which is one of our delightful purple choices.
Indeed. So this is the die that I used to get this design on the pocket.
Okay.
I just die cut onto the pocket there.
So that's the garden trimming piece there.
Yes, this is the garden trimmings piece. Now the nice thing about these dies is that I left the base plate looking like the flowers themselves, so you could kind of see where things would line up and land.
Yes.
So it's not just a blob, it's like these flower petals are where the flower petals are, and this is where...
So thoughtful.
Well, it's easier to figure out exactly how you want things.
You're the most thoughtful person that I know, and now it's coming out again here in stainless steel.
You're a very sweet man.
It's true. Hello from Ireland. Wow, that's great. Ireland's in the house. Oh, the UK is in the house?
Wow.
We are flying first class today.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to start with this is the Monogram Alphabet letter.
Okay.
This is the Inline. So I get asked a lot, what's the difference between the Monogram Alphabet and the Inline Monogram Alphabet? The Monogram Alphabet cuts the whole shape.
The whole shape.
Like the whole letter.
Yeah, the whole bubbly letter around the outside.
The Inline just cuts the holes.
Just the holes in the center of what is the larger shape.
So it's not necessary to have both. If you want to just use the holes in the Monogram Alphabet to guide your stitches, but it's nice for lining up.
Yes.
It's a much nicer thing, I think, for lining up. Though I've stitched on letters both ways, so...
I feel like that was one of the first things I learned about the alphabets at Pashta. It was like I was here for a long time before I realized, oh, the monogram is like the bulky outside of the letters, and then the inline monogram is just the little lines on the inside.
Just the little lines on the inside.
Just the little lines on the inside.
Yep.
Which you can use to just do, you know...
Yeah, you can also use them just to do,
just on their own.
Yes, they can just look like the embroidered letter.
Absolutely.
Or they can help with placement for the larger letter, or the... Not larger.
Yeah, and if you're a completist like me and you just need one of everything in your collection, then that's it too. But we won't go there.
Okay, so I'm using three strands of thread.
And the color there is Glacier?
That is Glacier. That's 3813.
3813. This is my new move here, is actually unfurling.
Hey, there you go.
3813 is the number of the DMC floss, which if you haven't heard the big news...
I was just about to say, yes.
Go ahead, you tell them the big news.
We have all of our threads...
All of them.
Up on our website now.
For sale.
For sale.
And for reference.
And for reference, right.
Yeah. So if you're not sure which number of DMC floss goes with our felt, now you know. It's all up there. How many colors are there?
83.
There's 83. We put them up yesterday. They went live in the afternoon, so perhaps you weren't aware.
Yes.
Perhaps you are aware, but we're excited, and hopefully you're excited too.
We were a little bit sneaky about it because we wanted to make sure everything rolled out properly, so we didn't announce it ahead of time. But we have plenty of thread if anybody wants to go check that out. Yeah. That is on our website. It's got its own little heading underneath the
shop section.
The shop section.
That's right. It's in a whole section of its own, and everything is tagged. So if you're looking at a color of felt and you want to know what color of thread it coordinates with, there's a little tag that tells you, and vice versa. They are going both directions.
And Oh shoot, what was I gonna say?
I don't know. What were you going to say?
The felt and the thread are in the same order in the store too. So if you know, if you're looking for daffodil and you don't know that it's number 726, you can just find daffodil on the felt page, and you'll find it on the same coordinating page on the threads, in the threads section.
Now I'm wondering, though, if I just search something like daffodil. Like, let's say, hypothetically speaking, I was on the Posh to Design website on a laptop that was sitting on my lap during a YouTube live stream.
Yes.
And if I search daffodil, which I now know is spelled with 2 F's and 1, I didn't know if it would bring it up. It won't. If I click on... Okay, never mind. That's great. That's great. You'll be able to find the thread, though. It's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spectacular. Okay. Somehow in the middle of all this, I'm going to be threading a needle, I think.
Do you need some help?
No, I don't know how to thread a needle. Thank you very much.
No, I just meant I have threaders around.
Everyone, breaking news. I can thread. Here I go. A needle. I have 3 strands, so I'm literally just using like a castaway hunk of thread.
Yeah.
Or like extra thread.
Piece of thread.
An extra piece of thread that you just happen to have there. Look at me. Here I go. I'm going to put... Now, this is good. This project that I'm working on is just going to have my initials on it. So I'm not going to even use any contrasting colors. We're going to use some magnets to close it up. And so this is my first ever stitching.
And you've got your initials are on there and the accessory.
With our own products. I've never done this before. Here I go. Ready? Oh, wow. Here comes my first. I've also never done, I guess, what you would consider to be a running stitch. So I'm running for the first time. You have to learn to crawl before you learn to walk. Well, over here I'm learning to run before I do anything. Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay. I'm 2 stitches down over here, everybody.
We figured if you got into trouble, I'm right here. So
how am I going to get into trouble? That doesn't make any sense
get, like,
at all.
Knots and stuff. Where's my scissors?
No one's getting into trouble using our products. I didn't touch your scissors because I haven't had to cut anything because you had thread for me already, remember?
Well, I do my best.
Oh boy. Okay, here I go. I'm about to be at the end and turn back around again. How are you doing over there?
I'm almost done with my letter.
I'm wearing a color of shirt that makes it look like you can't see my project. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay.
I didn't dress you today. I just helped you with your project.
We need to talk to hair. We need to talk to wardrobe about our next video.
Wardrobe is also me. So
hey, keep it down over here. I'm trying to think to the left, to the left. Okay, I'm not going to let that fall out. There's people chatting down here.
Good.
Now they can update their spreadsheet. If you just search the felt name, you will get the thread too. There you go. That's great.
That's great.
Thanks, Shari. Okay, I'm to the left of that bad boy there.
Yes, the photos on that one were taken on a balmy, I think it was a 45 degree day. So we did.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago today that I think we took those photos.
Was it? Yeah, it was.
We dropped Tilly off at school. We came racing home. If you're following me on Instagram, you would have seen a behind-the-scenes photo that I posted of us taking pictures of all that thread.
Okay, so next I'm going to do these sections here, which have lazy daisy stitches. So
you got some lazy daisy coming up?
I do.
Okay, I'm just about to finish the S, and I missed at least 2 sections of holes while I was doing that. Stitching and talking on camera is so hard. Did you know that?
I was aware.
Okay. Here we go. Let me see if I can
find out a way to
tie this off. See if I can tie this off over here. I'm not going straight to the J because I didn't have very much thread.
Well, that's fine. You've got more thread there.
I got plenty of thread. Oh, Lord, I should have left my tail longer. Okay. Have you ever used a fabric to line the love note pocket? Deborah would like to know.
I have not this time around. I've used fabric to line things before. You just want to use some sort of like sturdy interfacing before you cut it because it'll help the edges from fraying too much.
Uh-huh.
But I haven't done it with this lately. No.
I had just enough thread there that I got a knot on that. That's nice. That's good. Oh, maybe I tied it too tight. Did I tie it too tight?
I don't know.
Oh, the way my S doesn't look so great because
your S is a little puckered there because you did tie it kind of tight.
Did I tie it so tight that my S got puckered?
You might have.
Okay, well then how do I unpucker it?
Well, you could start over.
Start over with the knot, you mean? Or start over with the stitching? No, I think it's...
Did you cut it off already?
No, I haven't cut it off yet.
Well, then unknot it.
That's what I'm trying to do here. Easier said than done. I'm live on YouTube right now. Okay, let me try and pull this back a little bit. I went too far, everybody.
Too tight.
Went too tight. There you go. There's something that we've never discussed before. Okay, now I think I'm unpuckered. How is that?
That's better. Yeah.
Better. Okay, not as puckered this time. Okay, I'm going to go for a new knot now. Did you see what I did there? New knot now.
Yeah.
That's some serious alliteration here
Indeed.
today. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so to do the lazy daisies, I'm using 6 strands of thread.
Ooh, 6 strands on the lazy daisies.
Yes.
And what color do you have there?
I've got 368.
368.
Which I use with soft jade.
Soft jade is what we have here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to start on one side, go up, and then come back down the other side. Okay? So I'm going to come here.
You have my undivided attention now.
I'm coming up through that hole because I know that that's where the flowers or the branch is supposed to, or the leaf is supposed to connect to the twig.
The leaf is connecting to the twig right there.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm coming up through what will be the end of the leaf.
The end of the leaf.
And I've got my loop there. And I'm just pulling it tight.
Uh-huh.
Not too tight, but
not too tight.
Tight.
You don't want to pucker your lazy daisy.
Indeed.
Mm-mm.
And then I'm just holding it with my thumb as I pull it down.
To anchor it down.
Yeah, so it doesn't get pulled all the way
Lift
through.
that up higher to the camera so people can see how beautiful it looks. Higher. Nope, you're on. Nope, not. Nope. This way. Come closer to me. There you go. Now go straight up in the air. There you go. Look at that. So you can see how that looks there. Beautiful.
Okay. And so then these leaves alternate sides. So I know I'm skipping a hole and going 2 holes up for this next leaf. So coming up, going back down for the same hole.
Same hole.
Creating a loop. Then you're going to come up through the end of your leaf. Kind of pull through that loop till it's the tension that you like. Hold it with your thumb. Pull down to anchor in that leaf end. And then continue on.
That's your lazy daisy.
That's your lazy daisy.
Wow, so we haven't done any lazy daisies in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
It's all about making sure you anchor it down with the thumb and then getting it to the right place. So
I think it is. I think that anchoring it with the thumb makes a huge difference on how the end result looks. Because if you don't anchor it, if you don't hold it, sometimes you can pull it all the way through, because when you're usually doing lazy daisy stitches, there's not a hole there, right? So there's not like a space for your entire thread to fall into. So you just have to kind of make sure that it can't go any further.
I'm futzing with my stitching over here, so my S looks a little wonky, not just because it was puckering from the tightness, but because I missed so many holes when I went through the first time.
You missed holes?
Yeah, as I was going through, I was like trying to go every other, but I actually missed some, and then I had to go back in opposite directions, and that's what it made it look kind of funny.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it looks like there. Okay. No one's ever done that before, I'm sure, right? Right? I'm gonna get some more floss though off of this.
Yeah, I understand.
So I'm using toasted oat.
You're using cobblestone.
Cobblestone, that's right. Cobblestone over here.
But we don't have a great match for for cobblestone thread-wise. Like, it just doesn't. I have tried 6 Ways to Sunday to try and find a good match for that particular color, and it is a tough one. So I like to use, when I use cobblestone, I like to use 3033, which is my personal match for toasted oat, because it just picks up the lightest notes in that
in the blend,
in that color blend.
Yeah, the blend. Well, this time I'm going to leave myself lots of thread to tie off with when I'm done on the end and snip it if I have to.
Okay.
Because the part of me that's a cross stitcher was just going to like bury it under all my stitches, but there is not as many stitches.
Nope.
In a stitching die as there is in a cross stitch project.
Indeed.
I'm learning on the job today.
Indeed.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I got that side of the whole shebang.
You did all those lazy daisies in the time it took me to tie an S? Oh, boy.
Just the one side. There's two sides to this.
You really brought your A game today.
I only have an A game. Ha ha!
Wow. Shari in the chat says he also used Terrial Magic to stiffen fabric and then die cut it.
Yeah, she told me about this.
This I've never heard of.
She showed me this one.
This is some kind of voodoo.
And I couldn't remember the name of the stuff. And I didn't get enough thread, I don't think, to do this side. So I'm gonna get some more thread out.
Just make sure you put the scissors back when you're done with them. Hello from Michigan. We're glad you didn't miss us either, Heather.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Wow, that's great.
We're having a good time here today.
Having a good time today.
Everybody's doing a little stitching today.
Oh, I think I missed the hole and just went straight through the oldie felt there, but that's okay. The J is looking much better so far.
That's great.
In case you're curious.
Of course I'm curious.
Okay, we're coming this way. I don't know how to think to the left when a J has got a top and a bottom. You know, it's like it's twisty. It's going all over the place.
I don't know what to tell you.
This J has got mysteries. It's like a high-speed chase in an action movie.
Mysteries.
Yeah, it's like a high-speed chase over here. It's going up, it's going down. I didn't miss any holes that time though.
That's great.
Feeling good.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Are you using 3 strands or 6 over there?
I think it's 3. This was another piece of thread that I think just straight came off the spool there. Yeah, it just existed.
When I have extra pieces, I just wrap them around my spools or my bobbins so I can use them later. So that is what you have done.
Once you're done over there, you have 2 leaves that you're attaching onto that? Is that what's happening?
Yes, there
in
are
that
2 leaves. Well, I mean, yes.
Okay.
There are 2 leaves. And then there's also like a flower bud thing. Here we go.
A flower bud thing?
Yeah, like a little flower bud.
Okay, I think I finished the J.
Great.
There is the J. Goes way faster than a cross-stitch project, Shari wanted me to know.
It's true.
It does go faster than a cross-stitch project, that's true. Somehow I thought I left myself enough room to tie it off, but I ended up stitching right over it.
What?
I stitched right all over my tail there. As I was stitching. My tail's now buried in these other stitches.
Well, you gotta hold your tail, bro.
What do you mean you gotta... I'm not touching that. That's a 39.5-foot pole. Oh, boy. Nope. Not doing it. Nice try. Nice try.
Keep your tail out of the way.
I can't be trapped like that. What do you think? I was just born yesterday, fell off the turnip truck, and came straight to Stitching Live.
Keep doing my lazy daisies on the other side.
You started it. You absolutely started it.
Truly did not.
Okay, well, I'm just going to knot this the cross-stitch way then, I think. Okay. I'm not tying it like an overhand knot. I'm just looping it underneath some stitches, and then we're going to move on with our life. There we go. Boom. Snugged. There we go. We got some laughter in the chat there. I love that. That's great. Oh, boy. How am I supposed to hold my tail at the same time that I'm stitching? Okay, there's your little scissors back there. We share everything. We share scissors and thread and needles. Really, I wouldn't be here sitting right now if Lizzie didn't have for me, I don't know, magnets
all
and
the things.
A die cutting machine and I don't know, just everything.
He did learn how to die cut yesterday.
I learned how to die cut yesterday. Yeah. Thanks for that too. That's great.
It was good.
Okay, I've wrapped this back up, I think, the way that you like it. I'm just going to set it there.
Okay.
And if not, you can figure it out later. Okay.
Yeah.
Is anybody stitching along with us today? That's what I want to know. Is anybody out there in TV land doing any stitching of their own today? You can tell us in the chat, or maybe you're just enjoying a day off. I don't know. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay, I'm going to get, you see, I got another 3 strands right here. Ready to go. So you're still lazy daisying over there?
Yes, I'm doing the other side of the branch.
That's great. I didn't know that there was more lazy daisying on your particular project.
There's 2 sides to this particular branch.
So it's going up one way and going down the other way. Now, if you didn't want a lazy daisy, is there anything that you could do or that you would do?
You could probably just do straight stitches. It would look a little bit like a pine bough then.
Okay.
Or I suppose you could try bugle beads. And that would also make it kind of look like a pine bough with like the straight. The Lazy Daisy stitches really give it a viney or branchy kind of
feel there.
vibe. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's my little SJ right there for a bit. I'm just going to bring that in closer to the camera. Look at that. Everybody, he can stitch. He knows how to stitch. There it is, floating before your very eyes. You can see that. It's going along. Now I have to put these circles on, but the magnets have to go in there first, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I have these thin little magnets.
Now you've got to make sure that you've got them polarized in the right way, or they'll reject each other.
I know. Are you explaining magnetism to me?
Turns out.
Oh, okay. So I need to make sure that these two are on one side and then these two are on the other side.
Yeah, there are two because I bought the wrong size of magnets.
That's okay. You mentioned that earlier. I wasn't going to mention that on the air, but
I was because you said there were two and I don't want people to be confused. So you don't usually need 4 magnets. It's just that I didn't get the right thickness of magnets, and so having 2 of them does help.
Really, all I need to do is I need to sew 1 set of magnets in and then check it after I get those sewn in. Right? Right. Okay.
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 So here is the leafy bits. The leafy bits are all...
Whoa, look at that. No, you're doing great.
This way.
Bring it down closer to your body now. There it is.
There we go.
Hey. Wait, who's the R for? I don't know what this project is for.
Who in our life has an R?
Oh, there is the one. Thank you.
Okay. So there's the leafy stuff, and I'm just going to go back in now and do a running stitch to put the stems in using the same color of thread. So, since I've already separated all these bad boys.
Ooh, that's the second bad boy of
Is it the second one?
That's the second bad boy. Now, wait, do I want... Ow! I just put my finger. That was louder than I expected. I don't want the... Where do I want the magnets? I want the magnets...
If you want it inside,
uh-huh,
then you layer... Yep. Yeah, you got it.
like that? I want this part on the inside, not on the outside?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's what I want. Okay, I'm doing it right. Okay.
I mean, you can do it either way, but I think the way you're doing it is the more effective way to do it. Yes.
Okay, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it the way that's more... I just didn't know which end was inside and out. Okay, great. Here I go. Shari is stitching, but not on felt.
That's okay. She's got cross-stitch stuff she's been working on lately. It's very pretty.
Someone's at work. Someone's working on another shamrock. We have someone who's still stitching swatches of felt colors. Just completed 2. Another 4 cut and ready to go after it gets chilly in ye olde crock pot there. That's great.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good move.
I'm literally just trying to... Hey, Jayberg's in the house. Wait a minute. Hi, love. Josie / Mini Jayberg and Big Jayberg. We have Aunt Jessie and our niece are in the chat right now. That's amazing.
Yay!
Hello.
Hi, ladies.
Greetings there in Tennessee. Oh, wait. So, but where's this tail going to end up when I'm done? When I'm done, the tail's just going to be tied off. Is that correct?
You start it between the layers of felt.
Oh, no, I didn't start between the layers.
That's
See?
okay.
Oh, my gosh.
Just pull the tail.
I'm pulling it through because then it's through the one layer. Okay. Okay, here I go. Longer tail.
Sorry, I keep forgetting where the camera is.
Where's the camera today?
Well, it's not as close to me as I keep thinking it is. Okay. Now, here's where things get a little bit different. You could just turn around and not do it this way, but I'm going to do it this way so I don't have to go back. So this is the bud.
That's the bud.
And I'm just going to, from the back here, come up through one of the holes that I've got. Whoop, I had the flower layered on. Here, we're going to layer the flower back on there. And layer the leaf on.
Okay. And then you're going to end up stitching all those together at the same time?
Yep.
Okay.
So here I've got it. I've come all the way through. And I'm going to come back down to the center here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, from the back again, come up through the other hole on the other side. It's a little tricky to do on camera.
Yeah, how many different layers are you working with there right now?
3.
3 different layers, okay. While you're doing that, I'm literally just trying to figure out how to stitch 2 circles together. So, and hold on to these magnets at the same time.
There you go.
It's taking all of my concentration.
All right, so there we go.
Oh,
You've got
screwed that up. Screwed that up. Good.
Flower attached there at the base. You could go through these 2 holes too if you wanted to, but I'm just going to leave it like that there at the base, and then come back and do the same running stitch towards the other end. We're back where we started.
Okay. And those are those little pieces, they go on so quickly. It's like I blink and I miss it. Some of these pieces, they have like 2, there's just like 2 little holes, that attach those to it, and just like that, it's all done.
It sort of like makes a V, that bud there.
It does sort of make a V like that, doesn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Someone has just asked again if you can tell us when we'll have another release coming out. There'll be another release coming out soon here in the spring.
In the spring.
And you'll have, when we have greater news, you'll find out about it through the newsletter and through email.
Yes, we did have a little bit of an unexpected disruption.
Little hiccup.
With our die manufacturer.
But we're getting back on track.
We're getting back on track. We should be good to go here very soon.
So in between now and then, just don't spend all your money at the casino, and we'll be back in action at any time.
Right.
It must be. I bet somebody won a bunch of money on the Super Bowl. That's probably what it is.
Oh, sure.
You think that's what it is?
No.
It's like, hey, before I got this Super Bowl winnings burning a hole in my pocket. That's probably what it is.
Uh-huh.
Or maybe they won like a chili cook-off competition. This is Heather.
Maybe they just really like new stuff.
Oh, that's probably what it is. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Okay. So we've got that branch.
Which
there.
branch?
That branch.
Okay, that branch there.
With the bud on there. And now we're just going to do the other side of this branch, which has the stem part. And then there's a leaf that goes right here. So we'll get the leaves on here in a second too.
Got it. And these are all part of the garden trimmings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, these clusters are all made up for you. So all you have to do is kind of fill in the little pieces. And there's, like I said, there's a guide that comes with it. So you'll be able to see in color, like which pieces go where.
Someone says, I heard about that hiccup and got nervous. Don't be nervous. Thank you. Saving up my money so I can be ready. LOL. That's great. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the hiccups. No. We're going to barrel through anything, man. Barreling through it all.
Back in business
no time.
very soon.
Mm-hmm. I'm literally just trying to... I made it around to I finished the circle, I think.
Did you?
One direction. Yeah, now I'm going the other direction. Did I just say one direction?
You did.
Okay, well, now I'm going back the other way. Trying to stitch these little circles together. And the magnets aren't falling out anymore because I finally got around one way.
You got all the way around one. Yes.
You wouldn't believe it. Anybody else sweating?
Nope.
How's your day at work, Sean? Well, I sewed in a circle. All the holes were pre-cut for me, but still managed to sweat while I was doing it. Here we go. Oh, it's so much faster when you go the other way around.
Yes, the second direction does tend to go quickly.
Yeah. You hear a lot about one direction. You don't hear a lot about second direction. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Okay.
All right. So now that stem is done, I'm going to just tie this off.
Okay.
And now we've got leaves to put on. I always like to start with the thing that's in the background first. So you could have put on the leaves first.
Yeah.
But then you'd be fussing around the leaf layer
while you're trying to do your lazy daisy
the
stitching.
Lazy daisies and the branches, yeah. So I like to do whatever's in the background first.
Great.
And then do the thing that's next and then the thing that's on top. It seems pretty obvious, but sometimes people get really excited for a particular thing, and I did not grab any dark green thread, but I feel like I want it for this. For the leaves, to give some contrast. So while there is not, do I want to go with this color? No.
I just went through all the layers at the end, and I'm trying to back it out so that I can tie this thing off here, which is what I got going on there. Jayberg said she's always sweating, so I think she's right there with us. That's great, LOL.
So 319 is not in Bloom.
Yep.
But I want to have a little contrast.
You're going
here,
rogue
so
here. You're going rogue. You're going off color story.
A wee bit rogue.
For an additional green color.
But again, turns out now it's easy for you to get additional colors of thread.
Oh my gosh. Look what a segue there. What a segue there. That's great. Okay. I am tying a knot. Yeah. Oh, puckering, puckering, puckering. Back to good. Back to good. Now I'm going to tie another knot.
Okay. Double knot is generally a good idea.
Yeah. Definitely. I was not even thinking about single knotting it. Oh, boy.
Well, right.
Okay, here I go.
Okay. Now these leaves, you could just do... I've got 3 strands of 319 here. You could just go up and around the leaf and make like a diamond shape.
Yeah.
I'm going to do up and back for each of the
up and back. Yeah,
holes,
we've seen this technique before.
Yes.
Yeah, up and back. So you're going to make 3 individual lines from the base hole into the other holes.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just going to start with... I like to start on the sides first.
Get the scissors back.
They're my scissors.
Yeah, well, we're sharing. We're sharing is caring. Sharing.
I'm going to make you do a needle book. Get your own scissors.
Ooh, don't think I haven't thought about my own black and gold needle book.
So I'm doing the sides first, and then I like to go up the center because I like the top stitch to be the one up the middle.
Yes, that's right. You do the outsides first. Oh,
yes.
See, I'm only just now learning when I'm inside and outside the hole. Look what I did there. Look at that stitch. It's way off wonky like that. Look at that thing. No, it's not okay. Look at that thing. It's crazy.
Well, then you can always redo things.
No, I'm not redoing things. I'm barreling straight ahead. Wow. You know, for a couple of days now, I've been thinking that what I'd be saying on the live is like so easy.
Give me the scissors back.
So easy a caveman could do it, but turns out it's not so easy a caveman could do it.
Well, for your first try...
I'm not having the roast duck with the mango salsa.
Well,
let's just put it that way. Okay. Did you get your scissors back?
I did.
Okay, great.
Okay. So that's one leaf there. And
that looks nice.
Thanks.
Okay.
We're going to do the other leaf.
I think I have enough thread to be able to do my other circle here.
I'm glad.
Now, there's going to be garden trimmings on the front and the back of this, or no? It's just on the one
just
side.
On the pocket.
So I'm looking at everybody else can't see on camera. I guess they can. I'm glancing over Lizzie's shoulder, looking at this little guy right here.
That's the flower that we haven't put on yet.
That's what I'm just making sure that I understand all the components that are going to get put on. So that's the flower. Great.
Okay. Now we've got our other leaf here. We're going to do the exact same thing. Do the outside edges. Coming in through the base of the leaf. And then I think we've got a construction vehicle outside. So if you hear beeping, that's...
I couldn't tell if that was a construction vehicle or if that was a trash truck or something.
No, it's not the
outside. No, not the trash truck.
I'm guessing that's the insulation guy. So we're down.
Okay, on this one, I want the circle on the outside like this.
No, the circle still goes on the inside.
Really? On this side, it doesn't look like that. It goes on the inside?
You can put it outside if you want, but it goes on the inside and then the magnets just attach through the...
You heard it here, folks. It goes on the inside.
Yes.
Okay. And I got to bury this in between the layers. There I go. Okay, great.
Okay.
This is both of us just looking at our stitching going, okay. Through that one. Through that one.
All right, this is...
You've snipped that off already.
I have.
So fast.
So there's the leaves there.
Now you're showing off.
Right.
Right.
And then we're going to put on the flower. So the flowers are two slightly different sizes. See? So we're going to, you gotta find where they match up first.
Okay.
So on this littler flower, you're looking for the hole that's in the center of a petal.
You have to bring that closer to the camera if you really want people to see it, just so you know.
Where am I here? Okay.
You're doing
So
pretty
I'm
good.
looking at the hole in the center of the petal.
Okay.
And then here, I'm looking for the hole in the center of the gap between the petals.
The hole in the center of the gap between the petals.
Yes.
Got it. And you're
Right
using
there.
those two holes to line up the flowers.
Yes.
So there's just a little bit more texture and depth when you do that.
Yeah. And then you're just going to put the flowers in place wherever you want them. There we go. And then there are two centerpieces that you can use. There's like this little scallopy layer, and then there's also just the round flower center. And I like to use them together. So I've got them together, and then I'm just going to layer them right on top of the flower, and then we're going to stitch all that together.
So this one flower has got 4 parts to it.
Yes.
Big flower, big circle, small circle. You're getting all of that into alignment, and now we're gonna sew it down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Do. Yow!
What?
Oh, I almost poked myself, but then I missed at the last minute. That's what happened there. I got smarter from the first one that I did, and I'm not holding the magnets in there until I get to the very end. Yeah.
Well, about halfway around, right? Because you got to be able to fit them into the gap that you leave.
Don't worry. Everything's going to work out just fine over here. You worry about your flowers, and I'll worry about my circles, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So here I'm going to do a running stitch again. I've got white, which is our 3865. And I'm just going to start on the circle and go around.
Yep. Well, now I'm trying to make sure that someone says I'm looking so serious. That's funny. Well, I am. I'm trying to stitch, okay?
The concentration is real.
The concentration is real. Right now I'm trying to make sure that the magnets are going in the right direction here. Yeah. So that's why I gotta... Okay, which way is it? Oh, it's that way. Okay, so that way is up. So now I'm gonna take this... You do you over there.
I'm doing me.
You keep doing you over there.
I am doing me. And I'm just using a running stitch for this.
Okay.
The trick is just making sure that you keep all the layers
together.
Lined up together.
At the same time.
Yep.
Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
I'm sure you can. You're a very capable fella.
It's the magnets. That's what gets it confusing. Okay, there it goes. Just going to stitch that right in there, and now we're good to go. I want that hole. That's the one that I want right there.
Go.
Be careful. This stitching business is highly addictive. Someone wanted me to know.
I enjoy it. I find it very relaxing. Obviously, it's a little bit different when I'm doing it on camera.
Not everyone's done their first project for millions of viewers on YouTube to watch live. You know what I'm saying?
Millions
like that's
of viewers,
the millions of viewers. That's right. Millions of cats. Billions of cats.
Hundreds of cats. Thousands of cats. Millions and trillions and billions.
I'm a little anxious that I'm not going to have enough thread to get back around the circle here. I just got all the way around. The magnets are buried in there.
You're in your find out era? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I believe that I've got the magnets facing the right direction. Oh, heck yeah, I do. And now I'm just going to try to get to the end of this quest with enough thread.
Heard that quest.
Oh, boy.
Side quest.
What is happening here? I think my stitching is off.
Sure, it's possible. Okay, there we've got our flower on. We've got our bud on. We've got our little leaves
Look
going
at that.
there.
You did that so fast.
So let's embellish with some stuff, shall we? What do we want to add?
I don't know.
Couple aqua guys?
Something's going to go in the center of the flower, right?
Uh-huh.
Something's definitely going to sparkle in the center of the flower. You're not going to finish that off without something in the
I
center.
might put a little something on the bud too, make the bud sparkle. This is 917. It's the color that I use for mixed berry, which is the bright pink that's in this color story. And I'm going to put a bead on the bud.
Which one are you putting that on? The little red bud? Is that what we're talking about?
Bud, the little pink, dark pink bud, yeah. I'm going to use one of these in this color story. In Bloom, we've got these little iridescent, clear beads.
And they're lined with metal, or they're not lined with metal?
These aren't lined with anything.
They're not lined
just
with
iridescent
anything.
clear.
Okay. And so you're going to pop that onto the little red flower there.
Yes.
Great.
It's pink, but yes.
Oh boy, here we go. Which color is the flower today?
The flower.
This is the mixed berry.
That's mixed berry.
The bud. The bud is the mixed
the
berry.
bud is mixed berry.
Okay.
The flower
Uh-huh.
is satin slipper.
Satin slipper is what the flower looks like.
Yes.
Right there. And there was some white happening earlier?
The tundra is in there because I just can't not use tundra. I need a neutral.
Yeah.
I do. I love a neutral.
I just thought you loved frozen temperatures so much. That's why you did it.
That's not it.
Is that not it?
No, that's not it.
Okay, that's not it.
And while I have this needle threaded with this color, I'm going to put on the hole protector thing for the.
Oh, on the other side. Well, that's
the,
a very efficient use of your needling time there.
Well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I do my best. I scattered a bunch of beads there a second ago. It's okay. All right, so I'm just going to line up the holes for the tag thing here.
Okay.
And I'm going to go between the layers so I can tie off my tails and hide them inside the tag.
I just pulled my thread off.
That's
I was one stitch to go.
I'm sorry. I know how that feels.
Oh boy, can you believe it?
I can, and I'm sorry.
The heartache.
I know.
Don't worry.
So I'm just going to go through all 3 layers here. You could put another hole protector on the back, but I just like to use it as a pop of color on the front.
And that comes in the pocket tag die, correct?
Yep.
Pocket tag 1 has that too?
Yes.
Sorry, that was confusing. Pocket
The
tag
first
1.
pocket tag.
The first pocket tag
has one of these hole protectors.
Aha, there we go.
Yes.
También. Okay, great. I wasn't sure there for a second.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we're going to go up through here again and then return back the way we came here.
Where is that strand coming from? I got a strand poking through. I don't know where it is. It's rogue.
Rogue strand, huh?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm through. I finished my second circle, except for this rogue strand, which is coming from I don't know where. So it looks a little wonky. Where are you coming from? I don't know, man. I got this strand. It's just hanging out in there, minding its own beeswax.
Okay.
And I've buried my tail so that I can't find it. So now I'm trying to get that out too. It's all happening over here. It's like a soap opera. It's like General Hospital over here in my hands. I don't know.
I wonder why our daughter's so dramatic.
I don't know. Oh, you think that it's coming from me? That's where. Oh, really? Wow. Just throwing that out there in the middle of the live today. Okay, cool story, bro. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that thread back to tie it off to anything. It's just buried in there forever. Okay.
All right.
I didn't hold on to my tail again. There is what happened.
That's a problem.
Oh boy.
All right, so I'm coming back through the back, in between the 2 layers, so I can just tie this off and hide the tail between the layers.
And that was just on the little pocket tag because you happen to have mixed berry on the needle there.
On the needle, yeah.
That's great.
I was going to do it eventually, so I might as well just do it now.
So now you're going to tie on some tundra and you're going to go back to do some embellishing?
I'm probably going to use tundra, and yes, I'm just going to go back and do some embellishing.
Okay.
Going to add some sequins and some beads. I might actually use glacier, because I'm going to put the doohickey, the beads around the branchy bits. But I'm going to use the little aqua beads, so I want to use the...
May I have the scissors, please, miss?
Here you are, sir.
Thank you very much.
Indeed.
Okay, I'm just burying this back on the inside. I got my 2 circles done. Now I just get to stitch this thing up together.
Okay.
Oh, that's so crazy. Okay.
So I've got 3813 again here.
And look, my magnet works, everybody. Check it out. So I've stitched together these 2 sides. Oh, where's my camera? There it is. There you go. A little magnet action coming together here on the SJ. So now I just have to stitch this thing up. And then I'm ready to carry. We just got our business cards.
We did.
So it's a big deal over here.
I've been in business now for several years without bothering to get any, but you know.
That's because all your business is on the internet.
Sean interacts with people.
Yeah, I'm out here doing business in the real world. So there he goes.
You should have some.
Spectacular.
Okay. So I've got 3 strands of 3813.
Okay.
And I'm just going to add some beads.
I'm going to watch the beading part. I'm not going to be putting any beads on my business card holder, though. I hope that's okay.
That's fine.
I don't think I mentioned that on camera.
No, you did mention that yesterday, though, that you wanted to keep it nice and simple and
keep masculine. It nice and simple. Masculine, yeah. There are no beads on a business card holder. No sequins. Okay.
So I'm just coming up through the thistle here. And...
That was a hole that the Lazy Daisy stitch is already through? Or no? You went through the felt.
I just came up through the felt.
Okay, through the felt.
Put on a bead.
There's a bead.
Then I'm adding, or I'm leaving a little bit of a gap.
A little bit of a gap.
Coming back through the thread, or the felt. Whoops.
Whoops.
There we go.
I'm watching you closely.
You see that?
And then you're just tying that off?
And then I'm just tying that off. And I'm just going to do that a few times.
And you were holding your tail the whole time. Is that true?
I'm also not touching that with a 10.
Okay, so I'm going to take that as a yes. Your silence is deafening there.
Where are the scissors?
I put the scissors right back where I found them.
Yes, but then you put the magnetic thingy on top of them. And
if anybody has a second pair of scissors that they could mail to P.O. Box 78,
we have plenty
Granville, Ohio, USA.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to do that beading a few more times. Just to kind of add a little bit of zhuzh.
A little sparkle.
A little sparkle.
Okay. I don't know how much thread to use. I'm not gonna weave my thread. I'm just gonna use my arm here.
No. Here.
Oh yeah, no, this is great. That's what I'm doing here.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take the scissors. Thank you very much.
Do you want to see how I would measure the size?
I am not at all interested in how you would measure the size, because you've done that on camera before. You put the thread down and you kind of snake it around. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around.
Jonesy.
What, Jonesy?
But you're splitting the thread in half.
Uh-huh.
So you only need to use...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's happening anyways. Right now I'm just trying to find 3 strands of this. Because you separate all 3 of the strands, right?
Yep, I do. There's those 2.
This is great. This is like... I'm going to hold this up in front of my face. You can see that's spreading. Wow! There we go. Okay. So twisty. And then I'm just going to dive in.
All right. Do you want to know what I would do? Okay.
No, because there's so many different ways to stitch with your products. I want to make sure people know that there's more than just one way to do it. There's also the dude in a chair who's never done it before way to do it. Yep. So easy a caveman can do it. Because I'm basically I'm but a caveman. On this SNL 50th anniversary weekend, I am amused by your stitching dies. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
How many beads have you put on?
3.
In the time that it's taken me to separate strands of floss?
3.
Okay, you've got 3 on there. I'm still threading the needle over here. And which color beads are you using?
The little aqua ones.
Okay.
From this set.
From the In Bloom set?
Yes.
Okay. Do. Get in there.
I used one of the iridescent clear ones for the bud, and I'll probably put some iridescent clear ones in the center of the flower too.
Between the In Bloom and the garden trimmings, this is your way of trying to encourage spring to just arrive a little bit faster.
Willing it to happen.
Could we get here any faster, spring? It would be nice.
We woke up yesterday to rain, and somehow by the end of the day had 6 inches of snow on the ground.
6 inches? Come on now.
4 at least. At least 4.
I just don't want anybody out. And someone in the chat is going to be from Minnesota in the future, and they're going to be like, now wait just a minute. You think you got snow.
They can also have gotten snow, but I don't care for it. I am not the rabbit in our storybook last night who wanted snow, so he sang his snow song.
Yeah.
And that is not my no.
Okay, well there. I'm committed to lining these holes up properly and having no screw-ups here on the outside edge.
Do you want some help? Because
What kind of help would I need?
Well, for starters, did you start the 2 holes together, or did you start one just below?
I started one just below, I think. I went between the layers, and so I went through the top hole, and then I went down into the second hole like that. So that way when I come back, that hole is there.
No.
What?
You didn't do the thing.
You barely even looked at it. You're like, no. No, start over.
That's why I wanted to help you before you got started.
I'm gonna pull my threads out. You know, you worry about you over there. I'm pulling these threads out. I don't understand how I'm supposed to go through the layers and also get the holes right at the same time. Do you know what I'm talking about? Well, I know you know what I'm talking about.
You could start by listening to the lady who designed it show you how to do it.
No, don't do that. Nobody wants that in the middle of the live. Okay, hang on. Okay, there, I thread the needle again. Okay, so here, get me started. Why don't you? What's happening here?
Here, I'm going to do this on camera so everybody can see.
Well, if everybody can see except me, what am I doing here? Okay.
So, well, first of all, you didn't poke out all your holes.
Yes, I did.
No.
Am I missing one?
Yes.
There's a needle for you. I don't have a paper clip available right now. Oh.
That's going to be important.
Okay, great.
In a moment. Here you go.
I'll take that back. Thank you.
So, when you go to stitch it, you're going to line up the holes.
Yes.
Such that the edge is just below that first hole.
What edge is just below the first hole?
The edge is just below that first hole, so you can go over the edge.
Oh, over the edge.
Yes.
Why didn't you say so? So I should not then go through that right now, right?
No.
No.
In
I
fact,
should not go through the edge. Leave the edge alone.
I would start at the bottom and go towards the top, but, you know, that's just me.
Well, but the holes wrap around the bottom. Okay, I'm going to do it like that.
Then you gotta.
I know, I'm coming through the layers. I know, through the layers. I know, through the layers. Okay. There. Okay, so I've pulled that back out, and now I'm going to go from the bottom to the top, the way the pros do it.
Right.
And I'm going to hold on to my tail. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Is anybody chatting out there?
No one's chatting. I think they're stitching along themselves. They're having a good time stitching. No one's putting hashtag hold on to your tail in the chat, if that's what you're wondering. No one's gotten the bumper sticker made yet. Maybe no one's chatting in the chat because they're designing the t-shirt right now. That could be what it is.
Sure, that's it. Did I have extra white thread sitting someplace?
I have not seen any extra white thread.
Is it stuck to me? It might be stuck.
Hey, no, that was like a real hand is quicker than the eye sort of demonstration you just did there.
Well, I have a tendency to like get threads stuck on myself, and then I end up cutting another piece I didn't need, and
next thing you know.
Okay. No, it's fine. It's really not a big deal. Okay.
How would I have known that the hole is meant to be stitched over the top of? That's my question.
Well, you could read the instructional guide that comes with it.
Oh, so that was in the instructional guide.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, it was.
This is just now I'm just zipping right along over here.
Right.
Not a care in the world.
Nope, they're just straight lines.
Straight lines
Just
with a running
straight
stretch. Bloop 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 bloop. Happy as a clam.
Mm-hmm.
I could be watching some kind of true crime documentary right
You
now.
know what? You don't need to call me out that
I'm not
much.
calling you specifically. It could be anybody watching true crime. Okay, I'm gonna go through this bad boy. What were you watching yesterday?
Oh, that's this like. Has anybody watched this? It's on Netflix. It's Apple Cider Vinegar. It's the fictionalized true story of this Australian influencer, like health influencer. This lady who claimed that she had brain cancer, so she could like get attention, and she faked a bunch of different cancers. And
You said it's fictionalized though.
yes, because it's like the actors are portraying the story and stuff, and like I think they changed some names so that people wouldn't be recognizable. And
No, okay, so that's what you were watching last night.
yes,
Because there's more cursing than your television shows usually have.
correct.
It was very noticeable to me. I was like, Lizzie Jones has decided on a Sunday night. She's just
going for broke.
Just going for broke
Yeah,
over
I
here.
generally don't listen.
I just
to
went,
things
yeah,
that
I wanted to
have a
bring
lot
that
of
up because
swearing.
that's not usually your cup of tea. We've got, Shari says our first Posh to merch is going to be the Hold On to Your Tail t-shirt. Mary Kobe says her dog wanders around with threads stuck to her and maybe some small felt flowers.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm saying I usually have stuff stuck to me, which is why I was looking for that thread, but it's lost and gone forever.
It just
now.
looked to me like you were trying to dance like Stevie Nicks. You just had your arms up in the air.
I thought I had it stuck to my sleeve.
Just
or
real
something.
like kind of gold dust woman vibes there. Just
yeah, you know me and that gold dust woman vibe.
yeah, pale shadow. She's a dragon, everybody. Okay. Just gonna bop that through there. Again, making sure that all of our references are super
so dated,
contemporary, very hip.
tragically hip. as it
Tragically
were.
hip, yeah. Okay.
Breaking a hip at this point. It's closer.
Boylan's. Okay. Thought I was gonna break a hit in the parking lot today, man. I was out and about. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, was that bad?
I was like
the
skating.
grocery store.
Yeah. Oh.
Gotta get on that Kroger.
Okay. Now they know where we shop for groceries.
I'm sorry. Was that a secret?
This really happened. I've seen clips of the story. Jay Berger wants me to know that this really happened and that she has seen clips of the story. Okay.
I've only seen a couple of the episodes.
Clips?
Done.
I think Shari said that someone just told us about it this weekend. They're going to put it on their watch list. Okay.
It's bonkers to think that this is a real situation is nutty buddy.
All right.
Honestly, it's bananas.
Well, I've made it back to the bottom of my edge, so now I'm going to tie it off by going in between the layers.
And then you can tuck your ends inside if you really want to hide them.
That's what I just said.
No, you're gonna not.
Look, everybody, I held onto my tail. It's right there. Proof. I held on to it. It's there. Now I can tie it off like a champion does. Okay.
Okay. So the next thing I am going to do.
Yeah, what's happening over there?
I'm going to sew this edge.
What edge?
This pinked edge.
Oh, okay.
Between the layers.
Yeah.
Of my pocket so that it's hidden inside the pocket.
So mysterious.
Indeed. I'm very mysterious. Can't you tell?
Someone wants to know, have you watched Scamanda, listening to the podcast, and the people are NUTS, is what Shari says. No, we're not. Okay.
No.
Now you guys are trading true crime over here. Trading true crime. Where are the scissors? Come on.
We gotta get 2 pairs. I have another.
That's the second T-shirt. Where are the scissors?
Where are the scissors?
That's the second
Or
T-shirt.
where's my needle?
Where's my needle? Thankfully, we're not sharing a needle today. Boy, oh boy, this live would be 4 hours long if we were doing that.
Indeed.
Okay.
No, I've got. I think I've got another pair of scissors up here somewhere, but they're not my little ones. They're my gingers.
Okay, here we go. I'm on the home stretch over here.
Great.
The beginning of the home stretch.
I use my gingers for actually cutting the felt and stuff. The gingers are a little heavier than I want them to be for like the snipping threads and stuff, but they're really wonderful scissors, so I use them for other things.
And when you're doing that, you've got the second layer of purple then that you're connecting? Is that what's happening?
I'm sandwiching that layer of satin slipper between the two layers.
The pink layer, the pink satin slipper layer, you're sandwiching it in between the two purple layers right now.
Correct.
Okay. I'm just making sure that my holes are lined up over here, and the hole is below the final hole.
I'm trying to make sure that my thread is going where I want it to go, so I don't stitch in the wrong place.
Okay, extra hole right there, and then that should line up just fine down there, nicey nice. Okay, through the layers. It really is like you have to pay attention so close right when you're getting started with something, and then once you do, it's boom, back to the apple cider vinegar, just like that. As soon as you get started.
Yes, I was stitching last night and enjoying it.
I thought you were just poking holes last night. You were stitching last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just stitching a for fun project. Like I just decided I hadn't stitched anything in a minute that wasn't, well, I mean, I made Sean Jones a Valentine's Day button.
Yeah, I'm not wearing my Valentine's Day button. Sorry, everybody. Valentine's Day is past. But I got a prize winner. A prize winner, a little button ribbon. Badge. Little ribbon is my Valentine's.
And aside from that, I haven't stitched just like a fun thing in a minute. So I decided to cut myself a project yesterday.
And get after it.
Yep. Some little Easter bells.
While a bunch of Australians were swearing like sailors.
Yes.
Great. Clips of TV interviews with the real con woman, Jay Berg says that she has seen. Okay, I believe you. I believe you. I
think I saw one like news interview, and I wasn't sure. Yeah, I want to watch. This is like the situation where Sean would watch a movie and then do a deep dive afterward. Like every war movie he's ever seen.
Every movie I ever see, I do a deep dive afterwards. I'm always reading about it afterwards. Thinking about a Shamrock prize winner ribbon might be cute if it fits. Shari's thinking about this.
The little one, I don't know if the little one would fit, but the negative would probably fit.
See, I would be afraid to give a Shamrock prize winner ribbon to anybody who won anything that was Irish because it could lead to fisticuffs. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I would be afraid of. You know? Especially around the holiday.
Oh, stop it.
You think it fits, though? The little one, you mean the little Shamrock?
I think the negative inside the little Shamrock, not like the layered part.
Uh-huh.
But the negative might fit. I haven't tried it, though.
Got it.
Sure.
Oh, I just totally missed that. I totally missed that. What are you doing, Sean? I keep going through the felt instead of the holes.
I don't know.
That's a real thing that I'm doing over here on a semi-regular basis. This time I'm actually going to back it up.
Good.
First time it was on the
buttony.
It was on the buttony part. I was like, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a beginner. Yada yada. I got all kinds of excuses. Okay, I'm going to try to go through this without. I think I need to just. I'm going to unthread it the whole way. Shari's going to check it out. Shari's going to take a look. She must not be having a good time with her cross-stitch project right now. Or maybe she feels bad that she's cross-stitching at all.
No.
No?
I'm curious too.
About if the Shamrock fits? Well, do you want me to put my needle down and head on over to the barn so we can sort this out?
I want to see you finish your project.
Okay.
You worked really hard on this.
That's I wouldn't say I've worked really hard on it, but I've worked on it. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Coming through. There. And you've almost got your edges sewn together there, it looks like.
Yeah, almost have my edges sewn together.
And once you've done that, is it just putting the white edges onto the pixie or the amethyst edges or not?
Dude.
What color is that?
Thistle.
Thistle.
After I get this edge done, yes. It's just a matter of putting the thistle onto the tundra piece. But I'm going to tie this off here first.
Okay.
And I did that so that this would be inside You won't see there won't be a knot visible.
Scissors are right there where you left them.
All right. So this is what you have once you've got that piece on there.
Okay.
And then you're just going to layer these two pieces up.
And
Make sure the corners match.
Okay.
And then you're just going to sew away. So I'm going to use the thistle again. And if I don't have enough in here, I'm probably going to pull out the new hank from the kit.
Shari says it looks like the negative would barely fit. It's really close to the outside edge. She has other shamrocks, though. Winky face.
There you go.
Okay. Where there's a shamrock, there's a way.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think I won't try it, though. Still, even though.
A little shamrock prize winner.
Little shamrock prize winner. I love finding new uses for all the things to work together. Okay. Sometimes when I'm doing a tag, I will put a piece of chipboard or cardstock inside the back just to make sure it's nice and stable. But I feel like I have enough layers here that it's going to be fine without having to do that.
Because you can't do the tag, you can't do the pocket tag with only two pieces of felt, correct?
I mean, you can. You just only sew through the holes on the one layer of felt. It's just nice, and it feels sturdier when it's more layers to me. But you can also do it with cardstock, and then it's just a fun it's a fun edge detail, which I think is really cute.
And how would you what exactly describe to me or anybody else who is curious the differences between the Pocket Tag 1 and the Pocket Tag 2?
Pocket Tag 1 has a curved top.
Okay.
And a V-shaped pocket.
Okay.
Behind me.
Oh, sure.
And then has squared off bottom edges.
Okay.
This obviously has rounded bottom edges.
Yeah.
It has a scooped, like a U-shaped pocket.
Okay.
And it has a traditional tag style top on it.
Got it.
So they're the same size, and they perform much the same function, but they're just different. They're just a little different. Okay, I like to start things at a corner. So I'm going to start here, up at this corner, leaving a tail out. And then I'm just going to go down here and around. Start stitching. I've got the running stitch.
Okay.
With 3 strands of thread.
Uh-huh.
And that's that.
And you're just zipping and zooming around there.
Yes, I'm going to zip and zoom.
Easier said than done.
Well, it's when you have the amount of thread that I have right now, because I don't want to have to stop and connect the two pieces, it does sometimes knot up on you a little bit.
Well, I have now come to my final stitch down there, back in between the layers. So the stitching part is done, and there's my tail again. Look at that.
Hold on, I got a big old knot of thread here.
Successful.
Nice.
My needle's off. Now I just have to tie these two things together, and then I'll be able to check the score of Canada versus Finland. Does anybody know what the score is right now? Canada versus Finland. My hands are tied. It's okay. Don't worry. I can figure it out by myself.
You were the guy who insisted we do this on Monday instead of Thursday.
Well, I didn't want to leave people waiting a whole 9 days since they got to be a part of this mirth,
We do have a good time, don't we?
Indeed. Okay. There we go. There, I think I've tied the knot on my first project. Oh, what happened?
I lost my thread.
Oh, I didn't lose my thread.
You lost it at least once today, sir.
Okay, here I go. Ready? There. You can have those. Those are yours now for good, because I have made myself a business card holder. Boom.
Nice.
Read it and weep, everybody. Nope, I went the wrong way. There it is. Look at that. There's little magnet parts right there. You get to open this bad boy up right there.
Bad boy.
That's great. It could also be just like a fingertip warmer.
It's highly specific.
Yeah. Error. My encoder is sending data faster than real time. You must rate your what? I don't know. It's trying to tell me something. There's something poor about our stream status right now, it seems.
Well, our internet's been choppy lately. Maybe that's partly why.
Okay. Well, I don't know what exactly is happening. What I do know is I finished a project, so hopefully people on the other end of this live can still pay attention to what's going on. Open the widget. Your encoder.
Open what widget?
I don't know. That error just came through about a moment ago, so I'm just going to leave it alone right now, and hopefully it goes away.
Okay.
And if it doesn't go away, well, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, this says serious issues that need attention.
Uh-oh.
If you're still in the chat, let us know, because I don't know how to fix whatever you're talking about. Everything over here is still looking good. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Heather says, haha, that's great, Sean. Okay, it must still be working somewhat.
I hope so.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm stumped. Again, we should just keep stitching.
I am.
How far around the edge have you gone there?
Not very.
Mary says it's all good there. Okay, well, take that, YouTube. You don't know what you're talking about. Carol says still good. Oh, boy, look at that. Everybody says it's still fine.
Good.
That's great. Nothing's going to stop us.
Well.
We can stitch this thing together. Everybody, a thumbs up all around. Thanks,
Great.
everyone, for letting us know. That's great. Nothing but wins.
Good. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going with this running stitch.
Okay, Canada versus Finland. What is happening? Oh, why isn't it giving me the score?
Sean says to me this morning, he says, I can't believe we're doing this during the Canada versus Finland game. And I said, I didn't.
Oh, Lord. It was 3-0 at the end of the first period. Canada. Oh, boy. Okay, the Finns have got to wake up. Got to wake up. Oh, look, our stream health is back to excellent. Everything is coming up Millhouse right now. My project is done. The stream health is back. You've got a great project. The Canadians are beating... I really don't have a horse in this race. It's just that I know what the score is in the race. Okay.
Yes, you just wanted to have a score.
Yeah, absolutely.
He does love the hockey.
I don't know where the needle is going to go back into the needle book. Where does it live
in
inside
the
here?
page. Just anywhere in that front page.
Okay, I'm gonna stab it to the outside.
The beauty of the needle book is that it can just
No, I'm just gonna
go
leave
anywhere.
that. I'm gonna leave that right there
Or you could just stab it into
for
the
you
front
later.
cover. That's fine too.
I'm just trying to clean up all my little scrappity scraps over here.
I know. Sometimes I come up here to get ready for the live stream, and I have not cleaned up all of our scrappity scraps. There's like thread everywhere and stuff.
Jay Berger just got me there. Canada 3. Thanks, Jay Berg. Look at that. What a pal.
Yeah.
What a pal.
She's the best.
The best. A lot of cake making is what I understand.
Indeed.
A lot of cake making, Jay Berg.
As long as you can find her vanilla.
If you guys don't know, Lizzie's sister, Jay Berger, Jessie, is an amazing cake baker and also does cake pops and all kinds of sweet treats down where she lives in Tennessee.
It's true.
And I don't know that there's a social... I'm not going to point you towards a social media account.
I don't know that she has.
Because I don't know that there is one, but we see lots and lots of pictures. And everything that Lizzie is doing with stitching and stitching dies and designing is basically... You translate that over into cakey things.
You have the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, every time I see pictures, I'm blown away again and again and again. And it's cool that she gets to be here today because she's not at her work job and got to hang out in the live stream.
Yes.
Yeah, as we speak, which is cool.
Because I told her we were going live, and so she came.
And next thing you know, by the power of the internet.
Indeed.
Okay, so that's a thread that could be saved. And this is a thread that could be saved. These over here, these are like little tumbleweeds. This craft droppings over here, I'm getting rid of these guys.
Droppings.
Some craft droppings over here. Those guys are all going away. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Is Betty still under the cabinet over
I have no idea where the new cat is because it took every ounce of my focus to be able to stitch this project together. Yeah, this business card holder together. Yeah, exactly.
Understood.
Exactly.
We were awoken rather abruptly in the middle of the night by two cats meeting on the top of our bed for the first time. That was fun.
Yeah, so we got a new cat a couple of weeks ago. We already had 2 boy cats.
Betty.
And now we have Betty, our third cat, who's a lady, and she has just started wandering down the stairs.
And around the house.
And around the house. And of course she's doing that at nighttime when it's a little bit safer, but it was like 5:30 this morning, is what you told me. And she found the stairs. We have a kind of a tall mattress. Yes. So we have a little set of cat stairs to get up to the top of our bed, and she ascended those stairs to discover that at least one of the other boy cats
was there.
Was sleeping happily
guarding Mama's feet.
And they had a few things to say to each other about that, which woke us up.
Indeed it did.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
And now she's sleeping it off by resting underneath. Working on a birthday cake right now while listening to your live, Jay Berger says. Yay! All right, that's great. Working on a birthday cake. Everybody's got projects today.
Indeed.
Cross-stitching, felt-stitching, frosting. I did my best.
I know.
It was short notice.
Yes, I know that it's not particularly exciting to watch me just running stitch around the perimeter of a tag.
You're doing great. I mean, this is where I could lean over and I could pull it. I pull the camera angle back to just you. Look at that. Boom, it's you.
Oh, I'll sit like this.
You can sit up like that if you want to. We'll get the picture-in-picture there. But there's nothing to see except this handsome devil right there. Look at that, everybody. Read it and weep. Nice. No, it doesn't. No, it looks okay. It doesn't look very nice. It looks okay.
It's a great start. An auspicious start.
Me right over here. Yep. Oh, I feel like $1 million right there. Satisfaction.
I'm glad.
So now when I go to the Joann Fabrics to do some trolling to see if people want to leave their Joann Fabrics job and work for us instead, I'll be able to show them our products just like that. It's all coming together nicely. Yeah, just like that. Fat and sassy right there.
Yep.
Perfect. I'm going to move this out of the way because it doesn't look as nice as, say, even just having like these really pretty... Look at those.
Bobbins.
Yeah, having your bobbins there for the color story, just like that. Spectacular. And once you're done running stitching around the edge of this thing, that's it. Another project in the books.
Yep.
So how many lives have we done now? Is this number 5? This is 6? Is it 5 or is it 6? I'm going to look it up.
6.
I'm going to look it up. Because they're just, right now they're just rolling right off yield. Just ripping these things off right now. Okay, I'm counting.
I think it's 6. Because I'm starting to realize, is it 7? No.
Girl, this is 7. We are in the middle of live number 7 right now. We've stitched Fresh Flowers, the prize winner,
yes,
the floral heart details,
yes,
the lovely layered details in Cupid's arrow, the birthday crown,
okay, the
chocolate box details, that was number 6.
That was 6.
And now here we are with number 7. Just like that.
Well, hey.
Shazam.
Well, heck.
Oh, Heather, we are sad about that too. Sad to hear that Joann Fabrics is closing 500. Yeah. And she thinks that it's all of their stores in Michigan. We saw the list, Heather.
We saw the list in Michigan, and we were like, holy smokes, that's a lot of stores.
We looked, yeah. When we saw the news last week and we read about it, obviously terrible for anybody to lose their job, for sure. The Joann's that's closest to us, actually, is not closing.
No.
But there are a few that are scattered around Columbus.
Several. In fact, like, they did the whole rebrand thing
a few years
back. And one of the stores that was like their flagship for the rebrand is one of them that's closing. The one on Polaris.
Yes, that was in like that was before Tilly was born.
Yeah.
So it was like in 2018, 19, 20 era, like before the pandemic. They went through, in one of their kind of corporate restructuring decisions, they decided to relaunch the whole interior space. And yeah, the first one they did was on Polaris Parkway. And that's one that are going to be closing. Oh, Shari says both the ones that are there are closing too.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, obviously we hope for the best of people who are working at Joann's. We hope for the best for Joann's too.
Yeah, I mean,
to get the leadership that they need and get the direction that they need and be able to carry forward.
It's such a great big box craft stores, for all of the faults that one may perceive. It's a wonderful way for people, an accessible way for people to learn a new craft.
Yes.
And I think it's really sad when things like that go away, because it means that like the threshold for learning a new craft is so much higher.
Yes.
And that's too bad.
Yeah, there's so many crafts in the world that you shouldn't need to have like an apprenticeship program to get started, right? And that you could go to Joann's or Michael's or anything of the like across the country and be able to just jump in and learn something new.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a bummer.
Yeah.
For everybody. I think it's a bummer for the craft industry in general. But, you know, I am more than happy to teach people things on the internet if it'll help.
Tilly and I go there and do some shopping for fabric. Tilly and I go there.
You guys went and got patterns once, didn't you? For clothes for her dolls?
Carol's losing hers too. Went there this morning for embroidery floss and bobbins. Yeah, there you go. Stocking up. It's going to be difficult to figure out what to do afterwards. And who knows? You know, there are plenty of businesses that have gone through different rounds of restructuring and having to shrink, and then they find a way to grow and come back, and maybe that happens to them. It'd be awesome if it does.
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, we heard the news last week, and
it's tough. Just
think about all the folks over there. All right, so you're coming to the edge there on that corner, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on my way back around.
Uh-huh. How far back around you're coming there?
About third, maybe.
Okay, and what do we think we're stitching next week?
I don't remember. What
are we stitching next week?
It's open, I think.
Is it open right now? We figure out we can start to tease for everybody what's happening next week if you're going to join us to stitch live again next week.
The filigree egg.
The filigree egg is what we think is happening next week. I'm taking a look. It does. Is next week the 25th? It is.
Or wait, is it the shamrock?
No, you got it. You nailed it. It's the filigree egg next week. Well, I don't understand. What does filigree mean? What does that word even mean?
It's just like frilly and...
Really? That's what it means? Why don't you just call it the frilly egg?
Because it's got like lacy bits.
Okay, according to Oxford Dictionary, ornamental work of fine, typically gold or silver wire, formed into delicate tracery. Tracery.
It's like metal laciness.
Yeah, I can see. Google was happy to like try to get me to buy some filigree right at the top. Okay, tracery, but tracery in and of itself is a word that I don't know that I'm clicking on it. Tracery, ornamental stone openwork, typically in the upper part of a Gothic window. The rose designs were divided by tracery, also known as a delicate branching pattern. Let me tell you. It's fallen out of use since the 1850s, everybody. Turns out tracery is not something that's happening very much anymore. Okay. Look at that.
We don't need to do a deep dive on the names that I put on dies. Thank you very much.
No, this is awesome. This is helping me understand where filigree comes from. I mean, it looks like in ancient Mesopotamia, there's filigree incorporated since 3000 BC. That's 5,000 years ago.
A very deep dive.
Once again, I feel connected to the Mesopotamians. Look at that. Everything that's old is new again.
If anyone wanted to know what Sean Jones's Roman Empire is, it is actually the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear.
And what's great is now I've done all my show prep for next week. I'm ready to go with filigree.
Oh, boy.
You're just lucky I don't put the Wikipedia article in the show description before people have a chance to click on it. I can't believe you're going to sigh that long over that one.
It's going to be a long week.
Mary says, good to know. She'll cut an egg. Tuesday? Yes. The reason we're here today is because tomorrow we're on a field trip.
Yeah.
And we thought, well, if we do it on Monday, maybe people will get to join us that don't normally get to join us. Exhibit A is our sister, or my sister-in-law, Lizzie's sister Jessie, gets to join us today because they're going to be here. So there you go.
Yes. Tilly has a field trip tomorrow.
That's right.
And we don't have to be there, but we enjoy being there for the field trips. So
absolutely.
It's because it's a lot of fun to watch a whole bunch of 4- and 5-year-olds.
Field trips are great.
Field trip it out.
Are you going to stitch the end of this thing, or should we cut it? I don't know what you want to do here.
Yes, I'm going to show how to hide the ends again.
Oh, you're going to show how to hide the ends again.
It's been a minute since I showed how to hide the ends of something.
You just showed me how to hide the ends of something a little bit ago.
No, I mean, okay. I'm just going to show the ends here.
Oakley dokley. Oh, you had to pull the purple out of this bad boy, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I leave it flat, so we know that it needs something.
And look, I see a box that's open, and I close it.
I know.
See an open box?
I know.
Gonna close that thing down.
That's why I told you.
Okay.
Dropping your needle is the best way to avoid...
Yeah, you're getting the twists out there, aren't you?
Getting the twists out, and it won't knot up on you as much.
Getting those twists out. I'm just looking at this. I'm looking at your Tilly banner again, and all the different options available to people.
Yeah, so there's a longer straight one, there's a shorter straight one. There's a bigger curve that good for like the O's and the C's and the Q. There's a shorter curve which is good for like any like R's and S's.
You're saying this T right here, if I will, this letter T is the long straight one, correct?
Yes, it is.
Let me get that even further into the shot. That
die.
little line of mine right there. Okay.
Then this curvy one here.
Which curvy one where? Around the L?
No, the I.
The I. Okay, sorry.
Is that one there. Then this L is the one we've worked with today. I just flipped it this way instead of this way.
Yeah.
And then this one here is the short straight.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the one that I just showed on the L. But there's also this one which works really well on like the C and the O ones.
Got it. So many different options in the one set.
Yes, and there's also a couple of little sprigs if you wanted to just like add something.
Just sprig it out a little bit. Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, there's the individual flowers and stuff can be used wherever you want to put them.
Tracy, we're glad to have you, even though you're joining. She says she's joining super late. That's great. Made a crown and a cupcake.
Oh, that's fun. I want to do something with the cupcake. I was trying to figure out yesterday.
She said she used these floral dies for some of the crown panels. There you go.
I was going to do that last week, and then I realized, well, I want to use the elements inside the actual die so people can see how those things are utilized.
Yeah, all come together. That's really cool.
But yes, there are definitely some of these work. I think this one and this one, the smaller curve and the smaller straight worked really well on the crown. And then I think maybe this one worked on the center panel pretty well.
Oh, okay.
The bigger panel. And those little sprigs would be good on the crown also.
Got it.
But yes, last week I thought to myself, well, I want to make sure to use the pieces that are actually inside the crown kit, or crown die. So I just stuck with the die. All right, I'm coming back to the end here. Do you want to put it on my hands again?
Yeah, I can put it on your hands again if you want to. Let's do that, like that. Let's get this other window out of the way. Okay, you got to stitch over the center though more. You want to be right above the T. The T is like,
okay.
There you go.
So I'm coming back between my layers.
Back between the layers.
I'm going to tie it off.
Uh-huh.
And this is how I hide all of my exterior strands.
Yeah, and even though you've said it on all 6 of our live videos, I had to then I had to ask you in person when I was stitching it, like, hey, I'm going to have this ugly tail hanging out. Like, what do I do here?
Your tail here, you're going to take your needle and pull it between the layers of thread, or felt, sorry, and then pull it through.
Oh, I didn't do any of that today.
I know you didn't.
Oh, snap, that's right.
And then you're going to put your needle in between the felt for the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to re-thread your needle.
What?
Just re-thread your needle with the very short end there.
Uh-huh.
Enough that you can go back through and pull it out.
What?
And then you pull tight.
Tight, and snip it?
Snip.
Oh, man.
Just at the very edge there. And then you don't see the knot at all. But there we go.
I've got one knot that I pulled tightly enough that it's kind of buried. But yeah, the other, and those will be kind of hidden. But this guy... Oh, yeah, he'll always just be kind of dangling out there now.
It's okay.
Oh, boy, okay. Yeah, we got to cut this live before I shed some tears. Oh, I can't believe
You're learning.
I know this is like a straight B- now.
Oh, stop.
Straight up B. There you go. Okay.
But one thing I want to mention real quick before you cut me off here.
I didn't cut you off. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, if you have a design, say... that you've got the curve going this way, but you want the curve to go this way, just cut into the back of your letter instead of the front, and it'll reverse the cut holes. Does that make sense?
Yes. You reverse the cut holes by going in the back instead of the front.
By going back instead of the front. And because it's felt and it's all super forgiving, you won't be able to even notice that you're working with the back of something. So
Jayberg just said, these letters could be used as monograms for personalized Christmas stockings. There you go.
Indeed, they could.
There you go. Mary's used the flowers to frame a heart in a frame for Valentine's decor.
Yeah.
It looks really pretty. Wow, there you go.
I did gift tags using these. Like, these were extra large gift tags.
Get out of here. This is the new project. Get the stuff out of here. Okay. There you go.
I used the letters with the floral elements for extra large gift tags at the holidays too. So there's all kinds of different ways to use them.
Yeah, don't say we didn't give you plenty of options. If you're here this late in the chat, if you've made it this hour and 35 minutes, I tell you what, that's where you're getting the good stuff there at the very end. Yeah.
There's all kinds of different ways to use them. Oops, I just dropped my scissors.
I'm just gonna go ahead and steal the spotlight there too.
Yes, and there's Sean's.
Tracy wasn't here. She got here late. I did some stitching today. You go.
There's Sean's
business card holder.
Envelope thing
over, showing the back. Yes, look at that. All right.
There
you have it, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much. My face is not on the thing, so I'm just.
Oh wait, no. Hang on. Let me just hit every button. Does that make any sense for everybody? Hang on. There you go. Wow.
Thank you all so much for joining us today.
Thanks for joining.
Really appreciate it.
Hope you're having a great holiday.
And indeed, and we'll see you